Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, I'm Kyla and I make makeup videos and vlogs lately. I hear a ringing. I don't know what it is. Weird. But yeah, as you can see by the title today, we are going over the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. You're going to see how I created this lovely look, and we're going to swatch each shade and just kind of talk about it. So let's get into it. So the I Need a Nude palette is $69 at Sephora for 15 shades. It looks like this on the inside. I got mine for Christmas from the lovely hubby, so fortunately I didn't have to shell that out. But Natasha Denona can be kind of expensive, so I understand wanting to get an idea of what they're like before you use them, you know? So let's go ahead and just start swatching. So like I said, there's 15 shades in here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mattes, and then I would say 2 of like that satiny kind of finish. I don't know that I would consider that a shimmer, maybe. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are true shimmers, and 2 that are kind of like shimmery but not as shimmery. So I guess those others would be glitters, and then the 2 would be shimmers. I can't think today. But yeah, the first row has 5 shades in it. You have Stone, Whisper, Ella, Vague, and Travertine. So we're gonna start swatching. Stone is a matte shade. It's a transition shade. It looks like this. So you're gonna see it's like that muted, kind of like brownish mauve shade. It's really pretty and it's really gentle, which is what you typically want in that kind of shade. You don't want something too harsh that you have to go in really carefully with, because that can make it kind of hard to use. The next one is Whisper. So this is what Whisper looks like. She's one of those, I guess this is considered a shimmer shade. Yeah, I was kind of wrong before. That's a shimmer. It's really pretty. It has like a champagne-y undertone, maybe almost pink, but not quite. I don't want that to scare you. It's more champagne, but it's really pretty. And then we have Ella, which standing next to Whisper is quite the difference. It is another one that is shimmer, but it has flecks of glitter in it. It's a brown. I'm going to see if I can build that up a little bit. Mind you, I don't have anything on my hand, so it's a brown shimmer. It's really pretty. I did not use this one in my sultry look, but it's nice and I would use it. And then last but not least is Vague. Oh no, that's not last. Oh, I just did a line across my face. Vague is a really pretty, like almost brick, but not quite as red and orange. It's like a reddish brown shade. It's another one that isn't as crazy pigmented, but that's kind of what you want. You want a shade that you can build up but is smooth. You don't want something that has so much in it like that you're finding yourself like afraid to use it. So let me wipe my fingers off, and then we'll do that last shade, Travertine, in that row. So this is what that Travertine looks like. I'm gonna put it on the side here. What do we think? She's a shimmer. She's not bad. These shades aren't like the most like crazy in your face pigmented when you just swatch them, but as you'll see when you watch later when I make this look, they pack a punch. So I like how they are. I like how buildable they are and how well they blend out. They're very buttery. The formula is really great in these shades. Probably one of her better palettes that I've liked as of late. I really like the formula. I've used this palette a handful of times and I wanted to do a video on it. So now let us go ahead and move on to the next row. So the next row, also 5 shades. Oh, my finger just went in one. Bummer. Alright, so the next row has 5 shades as well. We have Delilah, which is a beautiful glitter. Silhouette, which is a deep brown. Muse, which is like a shimmery gold color. It's the one that's on my lid. And then Fair, which is a very light cream shade. And Filigree, which is like a brown taupey. It has like a silver glitter to it, but it's definitely a taupe. Like a dark taupe. So let's get to swatching. Delilah first. That really pretty light shimmer. That is so beautiful. That's such a pretty shade. Stunning. And it just goes on so well. You can see how pigmented that is just with that one swipe. And then Silhouette, which is that brown. Oop, it got caught on my vein. It's very pretty as well, very deep. It has a lot of pigment for the kind of shade that it is. And then Muse, oh, that's so creamy. Wow. It's so buttery feeling. That is a beautiful gold, like champagne gold. You can see the reflection, it's so pretty. And then Fair. That's that really cream color. It doesn't show up super well on my skin tone. Almost looks like it has a yellowy orange undertone to it, but I don't find that to be the case on the eyes. It doesn't seem to pull that like orangey peachy color on the eyes as it does when I swatched it just now. So let me do this last shade. And then we have Filigree, which is that taupe shade. I'm going to put it on the side here. Very pretty. Ooh, that's beautiful, that taupe. I believe that's the one that I used when I did my grungy, smoky look. Super, super pretty. Okay, let's go to the last row. Oh, my fingers are so glittery now. So I decided to go ahead and wash my hands because I didn't want it to taint your thoughts, like that glitter of these other shades. That last row had a lot of glitter in it, and so I just, this last row is going to have 3 mattes, and I just didn't want it to kind of interfere. So my hand is still a little bit glittery, but I washed it, so hopefully it's okay. So in this last row we have Wit, which is a very peachy shade. It's not a color that I tend to gravitate towards, but I think it could be interesting to kind of dabble in. And then we have Sheen, which is a beautiful champagne shimmer. She's really stunning. In the palette, she's definitely glittery. Not quite as chunky as Muse or Filigree-Where, but you can tell that she's pretty smooth like Delilah. And then we have Tender, which is a brownish, taupe-ish transition shade, really like a medium tone brown, light to medium. Very nice. And then Mesh, which is even lighter than this one is. They tend to complement each other pretty well, though, I've found. And then Maya, which is a shimmery pink. So we have matte, shimmer, matte, matte, shimmer. Let's do this. Here's that Wit shade. Like I said, very peachy. Very soft, though. That went on pretty smooth. And then Sheen. There's another one. That one was really soft as well. You can see the glitter just in that one swipe. I'm going to do a second one just to kind of see if we can build it up a little bit more. Really pretty. It's a pretty gold, like sheeny color. Tender. This is the darker of those 2 browns that are on the bottom row. Beautiful. You can see again, it's not that crazy pigmented, but you can tell that it kind of blends out really nice based on how it swatches. And then Mesh. Just the lighter of those 2 browns. It's a little bit warmer. You can see like a mauve-y undertone, which is this one's more of a taupey undertone. And then last but not least, if I can wipe my fingers off, Maya, that shimmery pink. She is beautiful. Look at how pretty. Really pretty. I definitely am going to use that shade a lot, I can tell. Really beautiful. So based on these swatches, what do you guys think of this palette so far? What do you think? I really like it. It's really blendable and creamy, so let me show you how it really does on the eyes right now. I'm going to put down a base first. I'm going to use the P. Louise one. This is the P. Louise base. Mine's in the shade Rumor 0.5, which is really light, but we're gonna make it work. I just feel like you need to use a base to give it a fair chance. This base is a little bit light, but hopefully it will look good. On my lips, I have a Tarte Maracuja lip satin, I think. I think it's this one, the shade Mauve. And then I put the Fenty Gloss Bomb on top in the shade Baby Burt. Baby Brute. Sorry, I read it upside down the first time. Okay, my eyelids are looking a little bit white, but hopefully with the shadow, it'll be alright. So, I want to do kind of like a romantic look today, just to kind of try out some of the other shades. Like I did like a dark sultry look, and I walked you through the shades that I use, so you'll see that one soon. But let's go ahead. I'm going to take this mesh, which is this one, and kind of put that all over. Well, my crease at least. I shouldn't say all over. Just in my crease. Something soft. You know, just something there. Hopefully you could see me. That's like the perfect amount of pigment, you know, for that shade. It's not too much. Okay. Now I think I'm going to take this Vague and put that in my outer corner just a little bit, not too much. I'm going for a really gentle, light, like very feminine look. That looks good. I think I'm going to take this Tender and just barely tap it a little bit further into that outer crease, just to give it just a hair more depth. Just that. Like, now I'm going to blend it a little bit in the other side. Just to make my crease look a little bit more defined. Just barely. And she's pretty. Okay. Now, I'm gonna do the bottom next. I don't usually save the bottom for last, but I'm gonna do it next today. So I'm taking that same mesh shade, which was that first crease shade, and I'm putting it along my bottom lash line. And because it's such a light shade, you can kind of leave it a little bit more blown out. It doesn't have to be quite so condensed and controlled. I've got a crease over there that looks a little wonky. Okay, so you can see that one, that's pretty blown out. I think I need a little bit more out here. Okay, and then again with the Vague, and I'm going to pinch my brush a little bit to make it a little bit tighter. Keeping that like my outer half, really. Pinching it to keep it a little bit more controlled. And then just that slightest bit of Tender in the outer, like third. I have a really hard time with this eye, like touching it. So I'm cleaning off my brush with the color switch, and then I just want to blend that all together. Okay, she's looking nice. And you could leave it like this, honestly, but I'm going to try some of these shades. So I think I'm going to try out this Muse color in the center. I haven't used that one yet, or even swatched it. Ooh, that's really pretty. Mind you, I'm filming this look, of course, as you already know, because I had it on my face when I showed you all swatches, but I haven't actually swatched them yet when I'm recording. So that's really pretty. It's probably a little bit more glam than I was thinking I wanted to do, for like a very feminine look, but I think it's pretty nonetheless. So what I'm gonna do is take that brush again and just kind of blend. I tapped that shade on with my finger and it's gorgeous. And now I'm going to take Maya, however it is, this very light color in the corner. And I'm going to tap that on top just to make it a little bit more pink because it's looking pretty gold right now. That Muse shade was pretty gold. There we go. That just gives it a little bit, it's a little bit more shimmer, but it's also more pink. And you could have just put this one down and it would have been really pretty. So yeah, that Delilah also would have been really pretty, this one here. but I wanted that really light pink. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of that Maya on a brush, like this brush. This is the Morphe Y22 brush, and put that on my bottom lash line. And there's no base down here or anything, so it's not quite as pigmented, but it kind of works like to balance out the top. So I think it looks good. So now I need some mascara, because that's really all I wanted to do. Like, it's just like a very soft kind of look. You could have done it without the glitter to make it even softer. I'm gonna put some mascara on and call it a day. I have like this chunk of lashes that are like shorter over here, probably because I sleep on that side. But lately it's been bothering me a little bit more, so I am using the Grande Lash Growth Serum to kind of help grow them. It's only been 2 weeks, but I'm hoping it'll make a difference. What do you guys think? Got a little bit of mascara up here. I think it looks really pretty, and I really like this palette. It's got a lot of great nude shades in it. It has some deep shades to kind of help you get the full, like the full effect, you know? And it's just a good, like, everyday kind of palette, I think. It blended out beautifully. The shades aren't too pigmented, but they aren't too, like, not pigmented, you know? It's just, like, the nice balance that you want in a palette. And I just think it's really nice. It has some really good shades in it, and I think it will work for several skin tones, you know? So, I'm a fan. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like, do you like this palette? Do you want this palette? Do you have it already? Should we do more looks with it? I think it's pretty, and I really like the sultry look I did with it the other day, so you guys will have to wait and see that soon. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out the door. Check out my Instagram, it's at MakeUpMySmile, and let me know what else you want to see, because we're doing this. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!